your global indie author distributor, and I hope that you had a great week. I've had some challenges this week, but God is faithful and He's good. He's gotten me through. So I'm not going to complain, but I'm going to go ahead and jump into the word real quick because I've got a lot of things to cover. I'm usually going a lot long winded, so I'm trying not to do that. So remember, this is my series, The Greatest Story Ever Told. This one is Who Are Your Roadies? Your Low Key. Now, the low key that I'm talking about is just that key in the lock for you. Those people that when you meet them, they just kind of click. Those situations that just kind of click for you. Heard that the key in the lock click kind of thing was a concept that I heard TD Jakes talk about. Now he didn't call it low key. I just kind of came, tried to put two words together and came up with low key. That just means you're those core people that you can rely on who have your back. Your roadies, those people that you can get celebrated by. Those people that when you go through something, they're there to hold your hand, and we all need those. I am definitely in the midst of trying to build my low key. Have had some great experiences over my lifetime, but because of where I was mentally and where my heart was, I shut down probably a lot of relationships, and friendships after, a breakup, which I'm not saying that that's always bad, but sometimes you can remain friends. But for me, it was such a great loss and a I don't need you, and so I just kind of walked away and shut the door on so many situations and people. So I'm really trying, as I've gotten older and I'm getting wiser, and I'm trying to build a community and a tribe of like-minded people. And some won't always, think the way that we think, but, who will add value to the community and to the group. So I had 7 points that I was talking about this week. The first one is that this community should build naturally. It's nothing that should be forced. It should just flow. It should just feel good. You know what I'm saying? You have that connection with somebody that you would not have had you not, stepped into a situation or met another person who may have introduced you, and y'all just kind of click. You have a conversation. You have this common ground that it don't even have to be spoken. It's just what happens. I love those kinds of situations. I've had several of those in my life. One was a good friend of mine named Diane, who we just kind of clicked. We became fast friends, great buddies. I mean, she's my road dog. She would, ride or die. And I pray that I was that for her. But our time together came to an end, which was extremely sad for me. And I'm sure that, she felt a certain type of way about it as well. But she went back to her home state of Texas. So shout outs to my friend Diane. Really miss her. And my friend Gloria and Orby, oh my God, they are like the biggest sweethearts. I love them. They have taken me in. I met them when I used to do taxes for H&R Block. And I just saw them and I thought that they were the cutest little thing. They had this great rapport with each other. They just, had this love and respect and honor for one another that I wanted to be a part of. And this was, I think it was after my first marriage, I think. And I was like, oh, I want that. And so I was very glad to make their acquaintance, and we became fast friends. And people really thought that we knew each other, before they sat down in my chair, but we really did not. So it should be that natural, like I said, that key in the lock, that click that says, hey, this is going to be a good union, that God will bless and honor this as we respect each other and we are able to be free and open and honest with each other. Okay? Point number 2, there should be some staying power. Create something meaningful and interact with great people. That's what I was kind of talking about earlier, like-minded people. Because when you have people that you can sit down and truly have a conversation with, and really somebody gets you and understands you, and sometimes it won't always flow the way you want it to flow, but it doesn't mean that y'all get sidetracked. It doesn't mean that one person shuts down or the other person shuts down and then y'all mad for 10 years. I am of the mindset, because I'm learning how not to shut down. I'm learning to be, to have my feelings, to pray through them, to see my error as it relates to what happened, and keep it moving. There might be some shutdown time, because you know what? You got to work through the anger. You got to work through the uncertainty of how another person feels. And so I just kind of walk through that, coming out on the other side. But I prayed my way through. I looked in the mirror. I want to be open this year. I want my heart, and moving forward, I want my heart and mind to be open to receive love and to give love. I don't want to be this shut down, closed off person anymore, because it doesn't serve me, and nor does it serve anybody else. Point number 3, tell your story. That will create a human connection, because we all have a story. We all have something that we can offer and we can share, and that somebody can relate to, somebody can find hope in, and somebody can actually feel like, hey, somebody's got my back because they understand what I'm going through. Always be that person who speaks the truth in love. Because everybody has some hurts, some disappointment, some rejection, and some abandonment issues at some point at some time in their lives. And everybody, I'm sure, has walked through a certain period of feeling unworthy and unloved. So always be kind. Always let somebody know, hey, I'm struggling over here too. I've got flaws. I ain't perfect. I might be in the perfect package right here, but mentally and right here, girl's not all that, put together. So as long as we can be honest and open with people, I think we can make some great connections. I think we can be a powerhouse group and community and tribe and low-key for one another. So point number 4, ask someone to ask someone to join. Because, it's like reach one to reach one. That's kind of what, Young Living talks about. And that is my biz that I'm working. So that just segues me into the oil that I was working with this week. And it's called White Angelica. And White Angelica just reminds me so much of joy. It has a great little nice, light, flowery smell. And what White Angelica does, it creates a positive atmosphere and inspires feelings of security and optimism. And, yesterday when I did my live video, I had some emotional stuff going on. I was in an emotional mess. And so I had to calm it down. And seriously, I took a couple of whiffs of this White Angelica, and it really just kind of helped my mood. It helped me, surrender to the need to be angry and upset, and to give over to forgiveness and move past what I needed to in order to do my due diligence, which is get my video done, which is be consistent, which is to be constantly encouraging other people. So I pray that you have saw my Instagram live videos, but if not, this right here will incorporate all of what I talked about on the lives. And I would not be doing my due diligence if I didn't tell you what my passion is. And my passion is, of course, as you can tell, speaking, and also I'm an author. So I have 3 books. The first one is You Are God's Love Story. The second one is Daddy, You Can Hold My Hand. And the third one is Ordinary Princess. And all 3 of these books can be purchased online through Lulu, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Books A Million. So your girl would really love for you to support her, okay? And I know that you're going to do a lot of reading this year, so go ahead and get started with my books. Okay, thanks. And point number 5, like I was just talking about, yesterday going through my situation, you have to be consistent. You have to show up in relationships, in business, in life. You have to show up. Like I said, I've been always in the business of shutting down, but God is working with me on that and enabling me to be more alive and alert and willing to do the hard work and put myself in situations and confront the demons that I'm having to work with, okay? And number 6, leading a community will serve as a catalyst for you to become a better human being. I don't even think I have to add to that. I just think that just speaks for itself, because that's what God would have us do, to build in order to build, to be a builder in order to build a building. And that building just being a group of people that love and are running after their purpose, their destiny, and first and foremost after God, okay? And number 7, the final one, so others can know how to have a vision and watch that vision manifested, because we want to be examples of what it means to really hustle and to be a boss, to actually have a dream and watch that dream come to pass. I am so excited about the dream that God has given me, and I'm so excited that I'm going to watch it come to pass. Now, the scripture I worked with this week was Ephesians 4:29, which reads, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to the needs, that it may benefit those who listen." So be a fortress of powerful words, positivity. Let your energy flow to the point that it is contagious, and people want to know what it is that you have, and they want to become a part of your community, your tribe, your low-key, and they will become one of your road dogs, okay? And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this question. How do you select people, or do you just allow people to come to you, and how much do you rely on God for your direction? Hey guys, this is PM Mathis, your global indie author distributor, and I hope, as always, you'll what? Be blessed. Okay guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.